Spring Championship is just moments away.
We are almost there. We have got the semi-finals done and we have the finals coming right up. I'm Raven, joining me is Sottle, of course, and a special guest is Ant, who's going to be doing this at desk. How are you doing, Ant?
I'm doing great. Just incredible.
How so you know we could talk to you about your experience now. You're done in the tournament. You know, unfortunately you didn't move on to the finals, but most importantly, you are going to the World Championships. But how was just the trip as a whole? Obviously, you qualified through playoffs and then coming all the way to China, playing in this tournament over across multiple days. How was the whole experience for you?
I feel like I've got this question a lot over the weekend, and I just can't believe it's happening. It's so unreal, really. Yeah, but China's a great place. It's the first time I've been international. I'm going to Worlds. I mean, I couldn't be happier right now.
Big question, do you still feel sick? Do we need to get a bucket? Are you okay for now, or...?
No, I'm good.
All right,
okay,
good.
Yeah, we can just relax him here, but we can check out some of your moments from this tournament.
Do you remember all of this? Like, is this actually still clear, or is it like kind of a blur in your mind?
No, a lot of this stuff.
There you go.
Ah, there we go. Got him.
That was a mistake.
I just forget.
You can't dab and win a series of Hearthstone. That just doesn't happen. I don't know what you were thinking.
Yeah. I needed to, you know? I needed to do it for the people.
I did like the greeting to Hoy as well. Obviously, you know, you've been chatting to Hoy, getting on with him and stuff, but as you open the goodie bag with all the sweet loot.
God,
just swagging out.
But like when you greeted Hoy, you know, Hoy obviously, you know, naturally went for a handshake and you're like, oh no, let's just hug it out. You're a super friendly guy, but did the relief of saying you knew you were going to Worlds, did that just relieve so much pressure on that match?
Yeah, we actually talked about backstage. We're just like, yeah, we don't really care if we lose. Yeah, I mean, maybe we lose 20K, but we still go to Worlds. That's great.
So does this tournament feel like it's a success for you? Obviously, it was ending on a loss. It was going to do that for everyone but one of the players in this tournament. But there's a feeling the 4 players have succeeded, right? Like, do you feel like it's job done for you, or does it still feel disappointing to end on a loss?
I mean, I didn't get to play as much Hearthstone as I wanted to, but you know, I'll take it. I get to play more at Worlds.
There you go.
Also, I'm really interested to get the opinion of an outsider from Europe. Why do you think our region is just doing so well, Anne? Okay, serious question. Serious question.
Valid answer.
I'm half winding you up, but actually half interested.
I mean, just look at the people they sent here. Kalento, Hoy, RDU.
We're just great, aren't
yeah,
we? Sottle,
seriously.
Raven.
Yeah, Sottle, Raven, Shaman. Yeah, all this stuff.
Perfect.
Like, everybody got out of groups. It was insane.
And do you think it's mainly the players that qualify through, like, their experience, just the practice styles they have, the decks they choose, lineups? Because lineups have, I think, been a big deal in this tournament personally. But do you think it's just everything or just one particular thing?
I mean, some of these guys are just so good, right? Like, I've been playing since 2014. 2014, like 1 and 2 just went straight to, regional championship.
Right.
And that was Kalento Nairia.
Right.
Like, it's so cool to come back and, have that. Just that consistency, right?
Top 4 of a tournament that was open to every single human being that has the Hearthstone client installed on their PC, and it ends up being, Hoy, Kalento, Nairia, and Ant. RNG game, am I right?
Yeah, it is actually crazy, isn't it? When you look at just, not even just from Europe, but just the players that get continually sent to the championships, it was the same in winter, right?
Yeah.
You know, look at all the players who went, Stanudashi, Frozen. We had tons of players that were there that have just already made their mark on Hearthstone and continue to do so. And, we're going to guess your answer here, but do you believe that, like, consistency is something that is actually just readily achievable if you're good enough?
I mean, absolutely. We just keep seeing it over and over again, right? Like, Nairia's back for this playoffs. Kranich is probably like the biggest, right?
Yeah.
Every year he just somehow just does it. Just turns it on, flips the switch. He's insane.
Do you feel like you've done anything different in like the last few months leading up to this that might see you like turn a corner and now be back here time after time after time like some of these guys?
I would say hopefully. I've been, try not to go in these too stressed. I think that was my biggest problem going to tournaments. And, we just take a week off, I'm not going to say uninstall Hearthstone, but, just don't touch it. Don't touch it for a little bit.
Right. I think it's important to sometimes take a step away. Nairia was actually a player who said, actually, I watch Hearthstone, I think about the game, but in terms of SAT played hours, is way less than a lot of players. I imagine comparing Nairia to Radu, right? You know, like Radu just plays a ridiculous amount of Hearthstone, and that's his way of, you know, being successful and being great. And then Nairia has the opposite end of the scale where he just doesn't play too much, and that works for him as well.
Well, actually, Radu did the same thing, actually. Like, I talked to him here, and he said, yeah, I submitted my decks and just didn't touch it.
Just chilled for a bit.
Yeah, needed peace of mind, came in. You know, I think he did pretty well.
It's really interesting. Surprises me from RDU, but yeah, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, and you know, now we pretty much do have 8 of the players that are going to be going to the World Championship, so half of the total number has been decided. And you can check out who those are now.
It is Hearthstone's greatest prize, dreamed of by millions of players around the globe, the World Championship. Of the 16 players who will walk onto Hearthstone's biggest stage, 8 have already proven their worth.
That was Hearthstone at its finest.
At the Winter Championship in the Bahamas, Shtanudachi of Russia bested a stellar field to win the title. He'll head to Worlds, along with Frozen of the United States, Canada's Doc Pone, and Samuel Tao of Taiwan.
I did it.
And now, after 3 dazzling days of Hearthstone from the Spring Championships in Shanghai, thousands of fans witnessed 4 worthy players punch their ticket to the World Championships.
An emotional moment.
From Denmark, Hoi. And from the United States, Ukraine's Nairia, Kolento of Ukraine. But now that we have our World Championship qualifiers, the focus turns to the Spring Championship trophy. Who will wear the crown as the King of Spring? The championship match is moments away.
You know you're in a great spot when I am happy with the